Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a brand new game that's just come out and I give my first thoughts and impressions on it. We'll take you through the options and then we'll have a look at the gameplay and see what the game has to offer. Today we're looking at Terraformers, a First Steps on Mars, which is a turn-based city builder management game. It's actually really interesting. So, let's jump into the options and see what this game has in that front. There really isn't a lot to offer in the options, unfortunately, but then the game doesn't have a lot of graphics either. It's a lot of 2D screens with a lot of text, very little to offer in the way of voice acting or anything like that. So the lack of a graphics option or the lack of a menu in general can be forgiven. You can reverse zoom and sort the zoom speed out, adjust your mouse sensitivity, have it in full screen or windowed, your resolution, your frame rate is either 60 or 30, it can't go above that, but again, there's not really much reason to go above that with the type of graphic style they've chosen. Your music volume and your sound effects volume and your master volume. So not really much to get excited about with the menu, but with the style of game, that makes sense. Let's actually jump into the game and see if that is your cup of tea. Here we are then. This is my city. So the idea is that you are a colony. You've been sent to Mars to colonize it and to be the first people to make it livable on Mars. You, as the overall supreme leader of this, get to choose other leaders within the game that have different abilities and stuff, and it's turn-based, so each turn passes on a year, which means eventually these leaders will need to retire and you'll have to select new ones. I started with the scientist and now I've gone with Pekai Ayad, who is very much about people's rights and Activision and stuff, so her skills relate to that. The explore skill, from what I can tell, is across all of the traits, but I've not really gone through that many people yet to be able to see this. You then have a special skill. The last person was scientific, so it gave you science points, whereas this one gives me 2 projects I can choose per turn, or it gives me 2 extra to turn from. And then the rally speech, so you can gain support, because support is what you need in this game. It's like the overall currency. And then your specialization, which can give you extra resources or extra trading benefits, or it can help you out in other ways. This one gives me more water per day. I also love the art style and the way that everything seems like it's hand-drawn. It looks phenomenal. On the actual screen, your projects are basically your buildings, and you can build as many as you can as long as you've got the resources for it. As you can see, this is a small grid, and I do believe that you can expand this grid and expand your buildings so you can destroy them and make better as you go along. You need resources in order to build each of these. As you can see, it will tell you what you've got and what you need. So I need 6 more. I need 6 power in total and 3 titanium. I have the 3 titanium. I do not have the power available. I've only got 3. However, I do gain 2 every year or every turn. There is no limit to this outside of the 30 turns, so you can do what you can for that turn, then you take the next turn. The idea is to survive as long as possible to get to turn 30 and having at least 100 support. The game will throw other objects at you and problems and choices for you to explore, and each choice has a different consequence, which I really like. If you choose to explore, this is the planet, this is Mars, and anything with a question mark I have not been to yet. So if we do this, it will tell you what's there, and then you can collect resources for your problems and for your troubles. So this will give me a symbolic landmark, which gives me lots of support, as well as some silicates as well. You collect your resources, and then you know what's there. It's a lava tube. When this bar here gets to maximum, you can click here and expand, and once you expand you get a solid blue line, and you can then build a new city, or you can establish a mine, and that will allow you to grow. And as you can see, the objectives here give you an idea of what it is that you need to do and how to do it. It is very much in tutorial mode right now, but I'm glad it's there. It's not too invasive, and it does give you what you need in order to learn the game. The game, as it starts, is very, very simple, but it's got enough depth to it that you can really get stuck in, and the combinations and the different leaders you choose really do shape the game differently. Now, I think I'm doing rather well. You start with 100, and so far I am at 236 support, which is good. If it gets to 0, you lose, the city's deemed a failure, and everything goes to shit. So I think I'm doing alright so far. I think I've done everything I can with this turn, so we're going to hit this. And these are the projects, look. So what I can do is I can apply research, and that will give me some new things I can get. And that's actually giving me a resonance station. So I can collect that, and that will give me some power and, you know, will help me gain extra resources as we go on. So I've got to click on here, and then I can choose one of these. So I can use some power to remove, and then I can put this down when I've got the resources. I need 22 of them. So if you look down here, I've only got 5. Now, you do also have a trade system, which is really nice. I'm going to stop trading for water, and because I want to put this down, I'm going to take water out, and I'm going to put the silicates up. And then what happens is, each turn, I trade one of these, and I get one of these in return. And you can change this at any time for any of your turns, which means that you can constantly trade with Earth to give you some more resources until you become fully autonomous. And then what you can do is you can build each of these and continue to grow your city. Each time you grow your city, you gain more abilities, and after each year you will then take on a new leader, which is really, it's a really interesting system. I don't know if the turn system is limited to the fact that this is essentially the tutorial, and whether it will then go on for another 30, or whether it's 30 turns is done, then you start again. I have no idea if that's going to be the case. I like the fact that everything gives you a visual representation of what it is. So you can see how much oxygen or how much oceans you've got, how much, like, whatever that word is that I can't say, which adds to your atmosphere and stuff. It's very clear, but it doesn't hold your hand completely. It gives you a bit of a hint. It shows you everything is very, very easy to locate, and then it lets you get on with it. And I like it. I really like this game. I love the way it looks. I love the way it plays. It's something that I could very, very easily get into. The turn-based, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I get that it gives you that, not a sense of urgency, but it gives you a sense of progression. Each year, you go on with your colony, and you've got to see how far you can take it. So we're going to skip a year again. This is one of the options that you get. However, we'll strive to meet them. I get -10 support production. So each year or each segment or quarter, you get an option or something that says, right, my city now expects more of me, and I've got to do this and that, and I've got to keep them happy, otherwise bad things happen. So we're going to get the university here. Again, I need lots of this stuff, so we're definitely going to be going for that. We're going to be looking and see if we can find a deposit. So we're going to explore, and we're going to explore over here. And it will tell you what you've got. I've got some more stuff, and then I can... Discovered an ancient exploration rover from 21st century. Most of them were thought lost to the sands. You can dismantle it for resources or establish a museum of early Martian history. I kind of need the power. I'm going to dismantle it. And then you can make a tourist attraction if you so desired. Expand it, but you've got to wait until this is full. So once this is full, then I can make an attraction, or I can do something else with one of these planes that I've already seen. So that's good. And then you carry on, you go through your turns, you do what you can, you keep on growing, and see where you take your city. I really like this game. As you can tell by the fact that I've continually rabbited on about it for the last 10 minutes. It's really cool. It's got a lot of potential. It runs really well. It's got choices that matter. It's got everything that I would require from a city builder and a management game. It's everything in one, and it's turn-based, which is really nice, although probably not really all that needed. But it's a nice change of pace from the speed up, slow down mechanics that they normally have in city builders. This is no time. You don't have to wait for things to be built. It's just instant, and you've got to deal with the politics of it all instead. So it's more management based than building based, and I like it. This game came out on the 23rd of this month. Feel free to check it out on Steam, guys. I would love to know your thoughts in those comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.